Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we found our way through the Zaskiva sewers here. It was a bit of a trip, but we did eventually manage to make our way through. And now, well, we're ready to move on. Time to head back up to, I don't know where we are right now. Let's find out. You enter a hill runner hideout. The rebels buried some of their dead in this cave. The weapons of the fallen are by a few of the graves. A note has been left on the floor for you. You read it. To our brave comrades in arms, well done. The distraction you provided enabled us to carry out our boldest strike against our oppressors yet. Lord Volp is dead. His palace is in ruins. The opportunities before us are considerable. You are in one of our secret hideouts, now abandoned. We suggest you flee the island as soon as possible. This place will be found by the Empire soon, so don't linger. A small reward is in the chest in the rear caves. Don't poke around this hideout for other gear. It's been trapped. Get out of here. Go instead to meet your next contact. Her name is Luna, and she is in the city of Buzzard. We'll make sure you're allowed to get there. Well done. Some of us had our doubts, but you seem trustworthy. Canizares. You memorize the note and tear it up. They suggest we flee the island as soon as possible. This is an island. Okay. Our next contact is in Buzzard. You breathe a heavy sigh of relief. It's starting to seem like you might actually survive your second mission. I'm not going to loot the dead. When you step into this alcove, you trigger some hidden mechanism. The north wall slides smoothly into the floor, revealing an abandoned hill runner hideout. The rebels fled here recently, taking their most valuable gear with them. Unfortunately, you weren't able to get here fast enough to escape cleanly. The Empire troops, enraged by the assassination of Lord Volp, have just located this place. When you poke your head around the corner and they see you, they are relieved. Their investigation might net some victims after all. They draw their swords in advance. You try to explain who you are, but it does no good. These soldiers lost their commander. They want blood and nothing else. And I see a mage over there. Right, enter combat. This is gonna suck. Okay. That'll actually help out a bit. Definitely going to need a healing. Not as effective as I'd hoped. Oh, there goes the mage. That helps. Surefire and arrow, we don't need to do any of the others. Didn't even work. Oh, there goes them. Okay. Iron-studded armor. Heaven only knows what oh, they meant the island of Zaskiva! That's what they were talking about. Okay, that's probably the way out, so let's look around elsewhere in here. Some water. It's not likely to be much else. They said that there was one chest that had stuff. After that long, nightmarish hike through the sewers, you can't think of anything you'd like more than a nice long nap. These beds, while slightly dusty, look plenty comfortable. Sleep for a few hours. Oops, looks like those soldiers you killed were just the advance party. A whole battalion arrived soon after you to go to sleep to find out what happened to their troops. Far too many of them for you to fight. When they find you here, in the room next to the bodies, they seize you and start interrogating you. They're still punching you when one of the soldiers trips a booby trap and caves the whole place in. I suppose it probably was a stupid idea. Reloading. Okay, we made it through there, and this time we're not going to sleep in there. Stupid idea. Alright. Is there anything in these? First aid kit, crude javelin. I didn't see this before, but I just noticed it. Doesn't look like there's anything in there. No, I'm not going to sleep in here this time. It was a stupid idea before, and I shouldn't have done it. Alright. Ooh, spiritual herbs. Handy. Okay. Nothing of value there. Nothing of value there. Nothing of value there. Nothing of value there. Didn't actually uncover that and forgot to actually grab the coins. They set a chest in the back caves. Sorry about that, ignore that. That's odd. The rebels were quite thorough when they stripped this place of gear, and yet in the secret room they left a closed chest behind. Unfortunately, the note wasn't lying when it said this place was booby-trapped. The hill runners don't take half measures either. One of them explosive devices was placed inside this chest. It goes off the moment you touch the lid. The whole hideout caves in. Your body is crushed beyond recognition. Son of a bitch! This wasn't it! Ugh! Okay, I've walked my way through this place and I haven't seen any hint of the chest that's supposed to hold a reward. Wait, how do we get out of here? Ah, that's how. You leave the abandoned outpost just in time. When you get a half-mile away, you look back and see a whole battalion of Empire troops filing in to investigate. Soon after, there's an explosion so massive you can't even feel it where you're standing. With a mighty cloud of dust, the outpost caves in. Yet another pile of bodies in this insane war. Well, Lord Volp's assassination had whipped up the guards of this island into a frenzy of terror. From their angry discussions, you can tell that the soldiers have received a description of the person who delivered the bomb. However, they don't really check to see if you match the description. That you are strangers here is enough for them to want to deal with you with blades. Great! This is gonna be fun. Oh, that's... Well, great! I'm gonna reload here. Okay, let's try and get out of here. And again, we're being attacked by the Empire soldiers. I didn't get enough rest. Right. Cast a lightning spray. That helps out a fair bit. Right, cast another lightning spray. There, that killed a fair bit. That did not do nearly enough damage. Alright, can we get anything? U-bow, that's actually useful. More steel arrows. You know what, we'll give those to Draco. Right, let's rest. Now, let's hopefully... Actually, first, give those steel arrows to Draco. And that U-bow to Bonnie, I think. Yeah. Oh, you have steel arrows already. Okay, that's good. Hopefully we can... Again, they're attacking us. This time we're fully strong. We're at full strength, though. Okay. That helped a bit. Okay. Why don't you heal him? And not even going to pick anything up here. Can we get our horses back at least? You return to the city of Zaskiva, which is still reeling from the effects of the explosion. One such effect is bands of uncontrolled guards roaming the streets, carrying out a vigilante investigation of the crime. Alas, the guards recognize you from the description gotten by a bystander at the explosion. You flee, but there are many of them. They take you in for harsh questioning. By the time JN finds you, the questioning has gotten out of hand. Fatally so. Well, I guess we're not getting our horses back. Alright, so I've finally gotten through all that, and the message is clear. Just leave. When you get close to the ferry, woodsmen emerge from the brush all around you. You try to evade them, but they are faster. One of them gets close to you and hisses, "What are you doing? Do you want to get killed? Come with us." When you hesitate, he says, "They're questioning anybody trying to leave. Hard. This isle has been closed off. Lord Volp is dead. We're with the hill runners. Come with us and we'll get you off the isle." You look at the dock. Sure enough, it does look like heavily armed guards are interrogating a group of terrified merchants. Still, this might be a trap. Do you go with them instead of going to the docks? Yes. The rebels take you north to a concealed, leaky rowboat. From there, two of them row you across the water to an isolated beach north of the ferry dock, and without a word head back. You look around with relief. It's hard to believe, but you managed to escape Zaskiva Isle with your life. Yeah, now we just need to actually get out of here. Okay. While I'm out here, I guess we can take a look to the south. See what there is around here. I mean, we can. This path up into the mountains is lined with white gravel. It's pieces of what looks like marble, broken into thumb-sized pieces. This is unusual landscaping. As you climb, you notice that one of the thumb-sized pieces of stone looks unnervingly like a thumb. Okay, let's move up into here. At the high end of this path, you find a low, dark cave entrance. The white gravel is piled much higher here, in some places coming up to your waist. Enter the cave, where there's going to be basilisks. You work your way slowly into the cave. Rounding a corner in the passage, you come upon an incredibly lifelike statue of a human male. He looks like a woodsman. A very scared one. Someone or something has been gnawing away at it. Large chunks have been broken off, and there are scrapes around the broken bits that look like they were made by claws. You suddenly realize that the statue is made by the same material as the gravel outside. By the time you realize where the statue came from, the basilisks have already found you. 4 of them. Let's hopefully kill these quickly. Reloading. Okay, let's try this again. If we're lucky, we'll be able to kill them without losing everyone. Though somehow, I doubt that's really going to end up happening. Or maybe it will. There we go! The basilisk lair is now yours to loot. You dive in with enthusiasm. There's a wide variety of coins and trinkets waiting for you in the back of the cave. Most of the weaponry and armor taken off the lizard's victims, mainly Empire patrols, has been eaten by the peculiar creatures. One small sword, however, was not of interest to them. You take it. Assassin's dagger. Wow, that is very powerful. +4 to assassination, +2 to anatomy, and 5 to 25 damage. I mean, the flaming sword is pretty good. That's actually better. Sheik, you can have the assassin's dagger. And I guess the steel longsword can end up being sold. Who are you out there? Get over here. You see a lone man, lightly armed and dressed in leather jerkin. He sees you. When he does, he immediately turns and runs off to the north. You try to follow him, but you lose him among all the valleys and piles of rubble. You aren't sure where he went. Could be he went over to there. There's a little town over here. There's also a town over there. You find a motley network of abandoned log buildings. This used to be a lumber yard. Trees were cut down, shaped into rough planks, and carted out on rough, rutted roads. It's abandoned now, and not under peaceful circumstances. You find broken arrows, shattered windows, and even a few bloodstains. Being adventurers, you look around a little bit for loot. Most of what's left is junk. You do find a reasonably nice helmet buried in a tree behind the mess hall. Take it. And an iron helmet, nothing special about it. There's our way back, and there's some ogres. And mungrats as well. And there we go, there's those guys dead. Let's keep looking around here, as we can. At the far end of this peninsula, you see a small walled community of stone and wood buildings, surrounded by healthy-looking, well-armed townsfolk. A sign reads, Thalia Colony, strife will not be tolerated. Before you even get close, a band of soldiers appears at the front gate. Their blades are out. One of them says, Hold on there, visitors. Strangers are welcome here, but you leave your fighting ways out there. We'll have none of that rebel nonsense here. Agreed? Sure. We can actually unload our loot now. Very good. We have many things we can sell. And some things here, too. It's just a regular iron helmet. Which actually we can use, now I think about it. Yeah. Draco can wear the worm skin helmet. Okay. I don't think there's going to be much else out here. Yeah, it looks like that's pretty much it. Okay. Fortunately, we have a way off of this place without going over the main bridge. There are a small pair of lizards resting on the shore of this river, rolling around in the sand. They are small, and their claws and teeth aren't too dangerous looking. They have a nest of small white pieces of stone. You think you see the glint of metal inside it. Drive the lizards off. They are two basilisks, I had a feeling. Okay. Sure, it's using a lot of spell energy, but I don't want to deal with another frozen dead guy. You search the nest. You find that the crumbled stone inside is broken up statues, probably the victims of the basilisks. You find some coins and a silver ring among the stones. You pocket them. A Fletcher's ring. Handy and easily sellable. Are we really not actually able to get out this way? Okay, then. You know what? I'm going to see if we actually can leave this way. Probably not, but let's see. Alright. The large band of Empire guards recognizes you. They wave you past. Well, that's unexpected. Let's go get these items identified and then report in. When you return to Salathni, the mood in the air is very different than it was before. News of the attack on Zaskiva has reached here. The complacency of the Empire's loyal citizens has been shaken. Things have changed. People weren't afraid before. They are now. Wonderful. Yeah, I'd like you to identify this. Searing bomb. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be used. Maybe we can get more horses. Would be nice. Sure, buy some horses. There, that should have given it... Yep, we got more horses now. Yay! Alright, we did level up a bit, so I guess we can do a couple things here. Fox! You got quite a bit there. Sure, bring melee weapons to 10. Dexterity improve, and I think that's good. Chic! You've got strength and dexterity pretty high. More melee weapons, definitely. Your tool use is 20. You can actually pick a lock now that I think about it. Point in quick strike, actually. Bonnie! More points in pre-spells. I guess a point in strength helps out. No, what are we at pre-spells? We can cast Divine Retribution. Yeah, we can save up for later. We're not going to get those for a while, so a point in strength will help out. And I guess some nature lore helps out. Yeah, that's and finally Draco. Mage spells. Sadly only 1 point in it. Which is enough to cast Force Cage, but we still need more to cast Fire Blast. Ugh, so far behind, everyone. We'll make our way up, though. Mage Ray affects magic resistance and willpower. Not quite what I'd like, but it's something. Yeah, point and pole weapons. Alright. Actually, no. Bring dexterity at 5. So we have it at 5. Alright. And now, before we actually completely finish our mission, everything, let's actually go and report in, as we should do. Jayan probably won't be happy. Yes, stay with me. Once we report in, we'll find out what to do next. Climb down. Well, Jayan, I have news. You sit, and the voice returns. It sounds grim. Well, Stalker played us for fools. You were not the agents for blowing up Lord Volp's mansion, but you unwittingly made it possible. Now Volp is dead. There is only one silver lining in this incredible disaster. Now the Hill Runners will trust you for sure. Have they given you any orders? You say how you were told to contact Luna in Buzzard. Excellent, this is our chance. We will make them pay double for what they have done to us. Go there immediately, and be sure to report to us what they tell you to do. We may be getting close to reaching them. That is all. Alright, go to Buzzard as they request, and report in to them. Yes, stay with me. Well, on the plus side, Lord Volp is dead. I wonder, actually. I'm gonna head to speak with the former lord of this place. See if he has anything more to say. I am curious. You return to Muck, where you got the mission that caused so much havoc in Zaskiva. The serfs and guards here have heard of what happened. The serfs look happy, the guards nervous. You notice that the serfs occasionally shoot you brief, intense glances. They are happy to see you. This is a very risky place to be. Lord Brosterman sits back wearily. Are you working with the Hill Runners? Now that you have contacted the main Hill Runner agent here, I can talk about these things. I am helping the Hill Runners, but I am not of their number. I am more concerned about the regular people, the serfs who work and suffer, some more than others. Are you worried about anyone in particular? Yes, I am. I did not rule from Zaskiva, but from Willow. There I met a sage named Chelsea. She was a thorn in my side, she was, for she was strong and wiser than I realized. She was an influence on me. I would like to know what happened to her. It would make my exile here easier. You know what? What the hell? It's gonna be a quick thing to do. Should be easy. Just go to Willow, report to Chelsea. Yeah, this episode will go a little longer, but, I mean, I did lose some time because I kept having to reload from completely screwing up. So, it's not a big deal. It might balance it out to 30 minutes, it's fine. Alright. Chelsea and Willow. Well, here's Willow. No, wait, that's Liam. My bad. Willow is over here. Stay with me. Ah, this was Chelsea. No, that's Weld. That was Chelsea. Couldn't have been in here, could it? No, that's Forbes. Wasn't in any of those buildings. It wasn't Chelsea, wasn't it? Yes, Chelsea was a peasant. I know I saw someone named Chelsea somewhere. Wait a minute, wasn't she captured? There we are. Who is Chelsea? Stay away from the cells. So this Chelsea is in the cells. There must be a hidden passage or something into the cells, so that we can find out what happened to her. Aha! There! Found our way in. There. This woman has spent quite some time at the hard end of Empire justice. She is thin and haggard, her clothes are torn, and it looks like she's been in this cell for weeks at least. She seems pleased to see that you aren't Empire soldiers. She stands for a moment, and her voice is thin and raspy. I'm called Chelsea. Welcome to my cell. Then she slumps back onto the floor. Why have you been locked up? I'm being held here for speaking out against that idiot Forbes, and I'm nowhere near ready to surrender either. Do you ever plan to surrender? No, sir. I've been here for months already. I can be here for months more. Tell me why you hate Forbes. Our noble administrator. Him and Lord Volpe, they're robbing us blind, and I'm not going to be quiet. Is that why you are in prison, to keep you quiet? They want me to be quiet, but I won't. Forbes certainly doesn't sound very noble. He and Lord Volpe, they're robbing us blind, and I won't be quiet. None of the problems would still be here if Master Brosterman was around. Who is Master Brosterman? He was the lord here before Volpe shoved us out. He was good and kind. He'd promised to give us land and make us not serfs, but Volpe wouldn't have none of that, and Brosterman wouldn't have stolen our food. Your food is stolen. Once, if we made good harvest, we'd get a share and eat good for a while. Now we're just given enough to live and the rest gets taken away. Who's the food given to? I don't know where it gets taken or why. All I know is it doesn't end up in my boys' bellies. What do you know of Lord Volpe? Heard the guards say he's dead. Good riddance. I've met Brosterman. He was wondering what happened to you. Glad to hear he's doing well, or at least still going. Tell him where I am, and tell him I still have my pride. Chelsea looks up at you. Though she is weak and hungry, you can see that the Empire still has a long way to go before they break her. Do you need any help? I do, but I won't take it. If Forbes sees I'm getting help, there will be real problems. What do you mean? I can beat Forbes as it is. If I get freed or helped, he might turn and go after my boys. I can't have that. I'll fight him on my own. Do you know anything about the Hill Runners? No, and if I did, I wouldn't say. My interest is in my folk here. Alright, now, there's the horse. Now, a quick trip back to Lord Brosterman. Leave. Report in about what happened there to Chelsea. Okay. And then I'll be ending the episode. Simple enough. Alright, up here. Alright, Lord Brosterman, I found Chelsea. He shakes his head angrily. I've been hiding here for too long. I've been rotting in this slime pit while good people like Chelsea are crushed. Thank you for telling me this. I am leaving this place very soon. I will find a location to continue the fight. There is no other path for me now. Of course. And that is where I am going to end this episode. Next episode, well, we're going to head on towards the next town. Buzzard, I believe it was. Oh, this is going to be interesting. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I am Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.